Listen, don't flinch, don't look away, because this is the raw truth no one's going to tell you. They want you to give up. Every single one of those cowards you think are your friends, your family, your so-called supporters, they don't give a damn if you fail. In fact, they're counting on it. You know why? Because every time you rise, it reminds them of how low they've sunk. Every step you take forward, it exposes the fact that they've been standing still, wasting away in their own excuses. They want you to stop. They want you to crumble under the weight. They're praying for your collapse, because that would justify their own pathetic existence. You're a threat to everything they've settled for. Your ambition, it's a reflection of everything they gave up on. Your pain, your struggle, your grind, it's a mirror they can't stand to look into, because it shows them what they could have been if they weren't such weak, sniveling victims of their own damn choices. You think life's been unfair to you? You think the odds are stacked against you? Guess what? It is. It always has been. It's brutal, it's relentless, and it's coming for your throat every day. And if you're sitting there crying about it, feeling sorry for yourself, you're already halfway buried. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming to pull you out of that pit you're lying in. You know why? Because they're too busy digging their own graves with the shovels of mediocrity. Look around. Who's standing with you when things get tough? Who's offering their hand when you're on your knees? No one. And the sooner you realize that, the faster you'll stop waiting for a miracle and start becoming your own damn savior. Stop looking for help. Stop begging for mercy, because the world doesn't give a shit about your dreams. It's going to throw every obstacle in your way to crush you under the weight of failure. And most people, hell, you included, just fine with that. They bow down, they accept it, they give in. But not you, not now, not ever again. You want to quit? Good. Let that thought sink in for a moment. Let it linger. Now crush it under your heel like the vermin it is. You don't get the luxury of quitting. Not anymore. You've already come too far. You've bled for this. You've sacrificed. You've clawed and fought and broken yourself in ways nobody else could understand. And yet, you're still standing. So why the hell are you even thinking about stopping now? Let me tell you something about pain. It's real, it's raw, and it's constant. But pain is a gift. It's the universe asking you one question over and over again. How bad do you want it? Every time you fall, every time you break, every time you feel like you can't go on, that's the world testing you, asking you if you're man enough, if you've got the guts, if you've got the rage to push past it. Do you? Because if you don't, then get the hell out of here right now. Stop wasting your time. Pack up your shit and walk away. Because this path isn't for the weak. It's not for the faint of heart. It's for the ones who don't just endure pain. They embrace it. They wear it like armor. They use it to forge something greater, something unstoppable. You think you're tired? Good. You should be tired. Tired means you're working. Tired means you're out here doing something while everyone else is sleeping. But let me tell you, tired isn't an excuse. It's not a reason to stop. You push through tired. You grind through the exhaustion, the soreness, the doubt, because that's the only way you're going to separate yourself from the rest of the sheep out there. They're waiting for you to fail. You understand that? They're watching. They're laughing. They're betting against you every damn day. Because the moment you give up, it justifies every lazy, cowardly decision they've ever made. It lets them off the hook. But if you keep going, if you keep pushing, if you stand tall when everything inside of you is screaming to lay down, you burn them alive in their own mediocrity. You want to know the difference between you and them? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not money or opportunity. It's will. It's fight. It's the goddamn refusal to be ordinary. It's looking at the mountain in front of you and saying, I'm either going to climb this thing or I'm going to die trying. There's no in between. There's no safety net. There's no plan B. Either you make it or you don't. But let me tell you, if you go down, you better make sure you go down swinging so hard that the whole damn world remembers your name. And don't you dare sit there thinking you've suffered enough. Don't you dare act like you've been through the worst, like you've paid your dues. Because guess what? The universe doesn't give a damn about your suffering. It doesn't care how much you've been through. There's always more to endure. Always more to fight against. But that's the point. Every hit, every fall, every setback is building you into something they'll never see coming. They don't know you. They don't know the fire inside you. And they never will. because they're too busy looking at life through the eyes of victims. But you're a warrior. You're a force they can't comprehend. And that's why they want you to stop. They want you to fold. Because they know deep down, if you keep going, if you keep grinding, there's nothing they can do to stop you. You'll rise and they'll fall. You think they're going to cheer for you? You think they're going to celebrate your success? Hell no. They'll resent it. They'll hate you for it. Because you'll remind them of every dream they buried, every goal they let rot. And that's fine. Let them hate. Let them watch from the sidelines while you burn your name into the history they'll never be part of. So, what's it going to be? You going to sit there and cry about how hard it is? About how unfair life's been to you? Or are you going to get the hell up and take what's yours? Because no one's giving it to you. No one's handing you a damn thing. You're going to have to rip it out of life's hands and make it yours. And that's not going to happen sitting on your ass, feeling sorry for yourself. You're in a fight for your life. You're in a battle against every excuse, every obstacle, every fear. And if you're not willing to bleed for it, then just admit it right now. Admit you don't want it bad enough. Admit you're content with being average, with being nothing. But if that thought makes your blood boil, if the idea of being just like them sickens you to your core, then prove it. Prove it every day, every hour, every second. This is war, and in war there are no breaks, no days off. You fight until there's nothing left. You fight until every bone in your body screams for mercy. And then you fight some more. Because that's what it takes. That's what's required. And if you're not ready for that, then leave. Go home. Go back to your safe little world where you can pretend to be happy with less than what you're capable of. But if you stay, if you dig in, if you commit, then there's nothing that can stop you. Not them, not life, not failure. You'll break through every barrier, every wall, every limit. And when you get to the top, when you're standing there, bruised, scarred, but unbroken, you'll look down and see them still at the bottom, still trapped in their own mediocrity. And you'll smile, because you'll know in that moment that you were always destined to rise above them. You were always meant to win. You think this world cares about your feelings? You think it's going to stop kicking you when you're down? No, It's going to grind you into the dirt the moment you show weakness. This world doesn't owe you anything. In fact, it's laughing at you right now, waiting for you to break. But let me ask you this. How much more are you going to take before you snap? Before you throw off the chains they've wrapped around your soul and decide you're done being their plaything? Because that's what you are to them right now, a puppet. They pull the strings, they control your every move, and you let them. You let them tell you who you are, what you can do, how far you can go. It's pathetic. And if you don't rip those strings out of their hands right now, you'll be dancing to their tune for the rest of your miserable life. You look in the mirror, and what do you see? A fighter, a warrior, or do you see someone who's let life beat him into submission? Because that reflection staring back at you isn't lying. It shows you everything you've become, everything you've allowed to happen. And if you don't like it, then change it. Stop waiting for some magical moment, some perfect opportunity to come along and fix everything. It's not coming. You have to create it. You have to take that reflection, smash it into pieces, and rebuild yourself into something unstoppable. No more waiting, no more excuses. Right now, you decide what kind of person you're going to be, and you make damn sure that person isn't someone who folds when life gets hard. You think the ones at the top didn't suffer? Didn't feel the same pain, the same doubt, the same fear you're feeling right now? Of course they did. But here's the difference. They didn't let it stop them. They pushed through. They didn't care how much it hurt, how impossible it seemed. They were willing to sacrifice everything to get where they are. You're not special. Your pain isn't unique. So stop acting like you're the only one going through it. Everyone suffers, but not everyone survives. The ones who make it are the ones who decide that pain is fuel, not a barrier. They use it to drive them harder, faster, further than anyone else. That's what you need to do. You're sitting here thinking you've hit your limit, that you can't go any further, but let me tell you something. That's a lie. You're nowhere near your limit. Your mind is lying to you because it's scared. Scared of what happens if you actually push past this point. Because once you do, there's no going back. Once you break through that barrier, you'll realize how much more you're capable of. And that's terrifying, isn't it? Knowing that you've been living beneath your potential this whole time. also liberating. Because once you understand that, you'll know that nothing can hold you back anymore. You'll see that your limits were never real, just illusions created by fear. So now, you have a choice. You can stay where you are in this pit of self-pity and doubt and let the world keep walking all over you. Or you can rise. You can stand up, look this world in the eye and say, not today. You can choose to fight back, to take control, to become the person you were always meant to be. It's not going to be easy. In fact, it's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. But if you don't do it, you'll spend the rest of your life wondering what could have been. You'll look back with regret, knowing that you could have been great if only you had the guts to fight for it. Don't let that be your story. So stand up, armor up, and fight like your life depends on it. Because it does.